What's up? What's up, Shashank?
Hi
What?
man,
Say something, yeah. You got a new
say
mic,
something.
full
Yeah,
fans.
yeah.
You're all prepped, or you're looking. I have
Prepped.
nothing. I have nothing.
You have a mic that is behind the frame that is
Yeah.
2 times more expensive than this.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Yeah,
What? Yeah. I
yeah.
wish. I wish it were.
You wish. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Go have fun with your mic.
One punching back behind, one this thing. You're all like all set up for success. You're like the hustle cultures. This thing is that ambassador.
I'm not Hazel Cultures Ambassador. That is the last thing I want to do. I prefer deep work where people can work on certain things. See, this mic fucking thing is blocking my movement.
How is it blocking a movement, man? You can do whatever.
I'm trying to move and this thing is right in my face.
Ignore the mic and just talk. Yeah.
I can't.
We
It's staring right at me.
spent 2 minutes. We spent 2 minutes talking about your mic.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
That
Yeah.
No, I am not. But yeah, let's go to the podcast.
Yes. So, what's our topic for the day?
So, will Microsoft Bing take over Google? That is the podcast for the day.
Is this a joke? What are you saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is not a joke, but that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, I was also surprised when I saw this. I don't know if it's a clickbait or what, but I came across this this topic or this even thought when I was reading a post by Ashwin G, who is an assistant professor,
Processor.
assistant professor at MIT. Okay.
Yeah.
So this dude on LinkedIn, he made a post wherein he said that it is possible for Microsoft Bing to take over Google because of certain reasons also. Like right now, Google has about 92% of the market. Like they have over this thing. They have, what do you call it? Market share
Monopoly. Yeah, 92%. Yeah, that is
over
monopoly.
the search engine market. Oh my God.
Yes.
Words.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
This is what happens when you record at 1 in the afternoon. So,
yeah, and Bing has about 3%. And when you're hungry, man, I haven't had breakfast or lunch.
yeah, you have a day off, so it is probably your fault. So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Bing has 3% at the moment, right? But he says that Bing and Microsoft has a potential to take over because Microsoft has this partnership with OpenAI to use to integrate it with, first of all, Azure, but also to use it like for any other technology that OpenAI comes up with. They can use those technologies to improve whatever they have better, right?
See, basically, they have invested so much in AI. So what they're trying to do is basically replace Google in a manner that that gives you direct answers. Just take that thing away. You don't show off. Throw that away. Okay. So basically, what Microsoft has done is they are not trying to exactly compete with Google as a search engine. They're trying to compete with Google something like a Chat GPT, where you ask questions and it responds like mostly like a Siri but in text form and better. Right.
So the thing is, like, this guy also says that OpenAI has this tool which it's coming up with. It's publicly stated that they are creating Web GPT, right? Which is like ChatGPT, but using constantly data updated and cataloged from the internet, right? So right now, the problem with ChatGPT, as we discussed in a previous podcast about ChatGPT taking over the creative world,
its knowledge is very limited. Yeah,
and the data also is not that precise, or like even if they state data, they don't really credit sources and everything, right?
Yeah, and also whatever data they have is before 2001. So sorry, 2021.
Yeah,
2021. Yeah.
So the problem with that is like ChatGPT cannot really give out good quality data, but WebGPT they're saying can. And if this WebGPT is integrated with Microsoft Bing, then it can take Bing and everything to another level, right? Like, I mean, it can make
Of course.
search engine, and it can be so much more powerful, because when people go to Google to find out answers for things, if they majorly, that's what people go. Even if I want to go like define this particular thing, or like give me the what is this particular thing, you just go for answers, right? If it can make your answer searching much more easier and much more powerful by giving you the relevant facts, by giving you like all these data and everything precisely, it'll make your life much more easier, right? What do you think?
Yeah, of course. See, mostly apart from an text prompter, like using as a text prompter to get information, this will be more of a real life scenario where everyone can use it on a daily basis. Instead of going to Google and going through like a million other articles, this people would like that. But once again, a lot of business are dependent on SEOs and everything. But yeah, we have to find different ways to market that and do that. Maybe who knows? Like SEO can be integrated into this and everything. But yeah, see, as right now, the thing you're suggesting is basically asking Siri a question and Siri giving me a direct, exact answer.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, what is going to be when is going to be the next Warriors match, and instead of showing 150 articles when Warriors next fixture is going to be, it exactly tells me tomorrow 4:30 p.m. So that is more of what they're trying to do, right? And even as you mentioned, OpenAI, ChatGPT has come up with an email, an email writer tool also, where you can integrate it with Gmail and everything, where it prompts you to give you more answers. See, once again, I would like like this email thing. I like to talk more about this email thing, because see, this can be a very good thing for both the writer and the receiver. Let's say, for example, I write you an email with ChatGPT or this email GPT, which they might be calling it. Say, for example, I select whatever.
Yeah.
No. This email writing tool is called as email GPT. Web is search engine.
Got it.
So let's say, for example, I choose like, okay, this has to be fun. This has to be fun. This has to be thoughtful. This has to confirm the fact that I am ready to work with you. So I've set these parameters. So let's say, for example, you've installed ChatGPT. Instead of you going through all this 20 lines, if it just shows yes, confirmed, saying like it automatically assumes what it's right. So basically it's just blah blah blah, because we both know this is just to give consent, and this is no way it's going to improve both of our lives. Instead of wasting time there, we can also use that to something else, something more productive.
Makes sense.
Yeah, see, this is a very interesting idea. Even like using this at as a web web GPT, where you can search for answers. This is really good, because all the search engines right now, like all the search assistants right now, they are not up to the level. Like Google is better in some place, Alexa is better in some place, Siri is better in some place. But this is more of a search engine. This is more of a smart assistant comparison than a search engine comparison.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what Bing is trying to do, I guess.
Could be. But then, do you think this thing was that it can take over the market share and also like kick Google out of business and stuff?
See, as it was mentioned in the post, if Microsoft is doing that, I don't think Google has any limitations, or there is no reason why Google shouldn't do that. So obviously it's going to be war. Yeah, they have DeepMind. Already they're trying to put DeepMind into Google Pixel phones, whether even before it's even integrated into other ecosystems.
Apparently, this thing was that Google has DeepMind, and they have like this thing called, wait, let me just read the name properly. It's called Chinchilla. Okay. So what is Chinchilla? And the Chinchilla thing is set to outperform GPT-3. It's much better than that. And this thing was that, and it is the only reason why Google has not incorporated this LLMS in their search engine is the infrastructure cost. That's like, so this Arsh Sai, whatever his name is, he's a PhD and he's a he's working in machine learning. So that's what he's saying. Like, so Google has its thing as well. So I don't know if it can take over, but it does have potential to challenge this thing, because Microsoft does have the money, right? So it can like market, it can promote, it can go to a place, and that too, if it makes your life easier, people will be much more comfortable to use it. But the only reason why people are using Google is because they're comfortable with it and they are used to it, and it provides a result, right? It's not very easy. If Microsoft can solve all that, of course, the adoption might take a while, but you can at least build a cult following, and you can increase your percentage of the market share from 3% to like say 10%, 20%. That's also a lot.
See, basically what is that, see, this is not an improvement of the current technology of a search engine that we have. This is going to be an entirely new battlefield. So they are going to leave this ground and go to someplace else to fight the war. So it is basically everyone is starting from scratch. So right now, money is not an issue for none of these companies. Both these companies, they don't care about the money. They have ample resources. So it's a matter of who does it first, I think. See, at this moment, it is more of who does it first.
First, the market is there, but also like who does it better also. Like, I mean,
see, of course,
you can also keep like changing, innovating, pivoting, and like sustain.
Of course. Yeah, sustain. See, right now, as you said, like reason why people prefer Google is because, see, I try to ignore Google as much as possible, right? I use DuckDuckGo as a search engine, but the problem with DuckDuckGo is that a lot of times, search results are not up to the level because because that is the way that algorithm is built. It's not about like having more tags, like doing better SEO will take you upward. If you actually have good content, it takes you upward. Yeah. So basically, most of the information is lost in the SEO ranking and everything. And say for example, see, Google has a lot of these things, sports scores, player following, everything. But if you go to DuckDuckGo, I can look at basketball scores. I can't look at cricket scores.
Yeah.
So I have to again go to Google to go there, or I have to go to ESPN, Cricinfo, and then click on the cricket score. There's so much hassle. So for that, I'll just use Google. See, there are limitations to all these things, and I hope, see, even Microsoft Bing right now, the problem with Bing is that it's not up to the level people are expecting. Once again, the same problem with DuckDuckGo as I suggested. So if Microsoft can, pull up that, I think definitely Microsoft can give a tough competition because, see, right now, the default search engine in every Windows laptop is Microsoft Bing on the Internet Explorer that they launched, like the Microsoft Edge, right? So Google pays millions and millions of amount of money for Apple each year to keep Google as their default search engine. So it's only a matter of time when Microsoft can take over Windows entirely and Google just sticking with Apple. That is also possible if Microsoft move their cards properly, because they have a huge potential, because the number of people who use Apple is very less compared to the number of people who use Windows laptops, right? So that's a different comparison, and Microsoft can put more thought into that. Like, see, even the first thing you download when you go to a Windows laptop is probably Google Chrome. You go ask for a Google Chrome. But if you're an Apple user, there's a very likely chance you'll stick with Safari and what is default in there rather than using Google Chrome. So yeah, these are things that Microsoft have to look into. But if they're trying to compete with them, I think Microsoft is already not steps ahead. They publicly stated steps ahead, because we've seen Google's presentation that the thing, machine learning and everything you mentioned, Google have already launched things where you can ask AI to book appointments for you, ask AI to cancel appointments for you. See, those are the things that is already been done by Google. So when it comes to AI, Google is way more advanced than any of the platforms right now out there. When it comes to AI, Google is more advanced.
But they're advanced in terms of the research and everything they're doing, but they've not really integrated their existing, like the things that are helping them to stand apart from, like, I mean, something that's giving them a lot of business and not integrated it with it seamlessly or like properly yet, right?
So as you mentioned before, that problem comes with the hardware and everything, hardware and infrastructure. They'll solve that eventually.
The thing is, Microsoft is planning to do that, and when they integrate their tools, especially like Azure and all the other Microsoft products with AI, it'll become extremely powerful. Right.
Yes. See, because right now, as you mentioned, Google Workspace has a very good competitor in Microsoft Teams. Right. Even you guys use Microsoft Teams. You don't use Google Workspace. So there are a lot of companies that prefer Microsoft Teams over Google Workspace because of one thing is privacy, and one more thing is it's more user friendly. I think Google has failed in one place. Google has exceptional UI UX design, but when it comes to Google Workspace, I've seen it fail in a lot of areas. So that is one thing. But when it comes to Microsoft Teams, it basically eliminates the entire idea of writing an email. It just boils down to chat. But when people are still using Google Workspace, they stick with email. I don't like a place where I have to write emails every day.
And if you want emails, Microsoft has Outlook.
That's what. It has emails, but they built an ecosystem where teams can communicate just using chat.
Imagine, like, I mean, they have Teams, they have Outlook, and obviously
Outlook.
They can integrate whatever whatever OpenAI is doing that. As you mentioned, the email tool and like, emailing and everything makes your life so much more easier, right?
Yes. See, it's only a matter of fact, once, say, for example, I ask this thing chat GPT to book an appointment with Rakshit at 3 o'clock if he's not available somewhere between 5 to 7 p.m. So it contacts your AI, Rakshit's AI. Say for example, we'll call it Rakshit's AI. So Shashank's AI contacts Rakshit's AI. It asks you if you're available at 3 p.m. If it says no, like if you have something else on the calendar, it'll automatically check for the other time, 5 to 7 p.m. 6 o'clock you're available. So 6 to 7 will automatically schedule an interview. I'll just give me an answer within a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
So Rakshit said yes. So that's how it's probably going to be in the future.
Oh, Shashank asked me this, so I did not even know that. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah. So this is a very good possibility. See, search engines are going to be in a place where this is going to be how it's going to be used.
Personal assistants.
Yeah, personal assistants. Search engines are going to turn into personal assistant, and this thing is the first step in that.
I mean, essentially, if you think about it, search engines, the term itself, you're using that tool to search, to find answers, to do that, right? I mean, and Google is just a facilitator for us to go to all these websites and all these apps and everything, showing us credible sources. So yeah, and if these AI and all these tools can make that also much more easier for us to find credible sources in no time by integrating it with all these data and information and everything, be updated and be precise. It's amazing. It's great that way. It has its downsides, of course, but
let's think about a future where tech doesn't kill human beings, not the Terminator kind. For once, I'll try to be positive. Not the Terminator kind.
Exactly. Let's just imagine where they want to be nice to us and they just want to give information and not manipulate us.
Yes, hopefully. I mean, I don't think that is possible, but yeah, hopefully. So this is hopefully marketing, and this is Shashank SN signing off. And Rakshit, if you want to find us, we are available at Brewyer Market on all platforms, and Rakshit is available at Rakshit Ravindranathan on LinkedIn, and I am available at shashanksn.com.
Yes.
Goodbye.
See you in the next podcast.
OPA won't take my job.